Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Midgard Golf, and a special one it is today here. Yeah, not only is it the completion of our round, Pops and I out there doing a little two-ball scramble, seeing how low we can go on probably what I would have called my home course growing up in Reno, Nevada, although this is in Sparks, Nevada. But, right next to Reno, kind of a suburb, if you will, like Aurora is to Denver, Minneapolis is to St. Paul, what have you. Anyway, so not only is it that, but also the 300 subscriber hat giveaway here. So anyway, in part one, Pops gave you a comment to throw down in the comments section, and you had to be a subscriber and of course like that video in order to get in the drawing. And well, no drawing necessary because we only had one, again, just like the first hat drawing. So one comment, no need to draw. So Doc Mirage, so yep, won this hat. So it's coming your way, man. I will hit you up on Instagram and let you know in part one there. I'll throw you another comment in the on your comment in part one and let you know, hey, you won. So yep, this will be coming your way. Awesome hat. So yeah, super cool. I wear it like every vlog I'm in, and it's just holding up like zero fade in 2 years now, something like that. So I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, and we love you, Doc, long-time viewer. So for those of you who don't know, and super cool. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you all for supporting the channel, and hopefully we get some more participation, some more names to put in the hat for the next hat drawing at 400 subscribers. So until then, I hope that you guys all hit them straight and get out there and tee it up as much as you can. And, well, for today, I hope you guys have a great one.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Pops, Alex's dad, and welcome back for the back nine of the Resort at Red Hawk Lakes course in Sparks, Nevada. Probably a 20-minute drive or so from downtown Reno. Course opened almost 30 years ago. One of my favorites. Alex and I have played it many times over the years. And I'd advise you to get out there and play it as soon as you can. You never know how long it's going to be here. There is talk of new homes going in and taking its place. Hope that doesn't happen. But hey, you got to roll with it. There is another course here called the Hills across the road, but the Lakes is the original by Robert Trent Jones II, and he did a heck of a job. So let's head for the back nine. We did okay on the front. Back nine is an absolute blast to play, especially on a great, pretty, kind of sunny fall day, little bit of a breeze. We were there in October of 2025 and playing a 2-man scramble. Loved every minute of it. Glad you're back to enjoy it with us. And always remember, at this point, give us a like. Make sure to subscribe to this wonderful page. We've got so many great things coming up here at Midgard Golf, including an epic trip that we will tell you about down the road. It's going to be a big surprise. You'll love every minute of it. All right, let's head for number 10 tee here at Red Hawk Lakes course. We're playing the blue and white combo tees right now. This par 5 is playing for us 478 yards. Definitely gettable in 2. If you bust a drive off the tee, slight dog leg to the right. 10 bunkers on this hole, a whole bunch of bunkers. So if you can avoid any of those, some of them are big, some of them are small, put a little bit of a cut on your tee shot, you will be in wonderful shape to take dead aim on your second with a hybrid fairway metal, long iron, whatever feels comfortable. First up, though, you got to get the tee shot over a bunch of bunkers. You'll see about 4 of them on your right-hand side, a few more further away to the left. Aim at those bunkers on the right, just right over them. Bust one right over them. Will put you in primo position with a full view of the green in the distance. The green kind of slopes toward you, but works away from you from the front left to the back right. So the pin is tucked way back to the right. Makes it challenging to get one close enough to have a 1 putt for eagle if you happen to get on a 2, or a 2 putt for birdie. If that pin is up front, start licking your chops because it is right there for the taking. Second shot, if you choose to lay up, again, between a few bunkers, you'll be on a little bit of a high spot on the fairway, have a great view of the green. Just make sure that you keep it a little bit to the left because there is more trouble to the right. You go over the green, you can recover, but it's nothing too easy. Go too far to the right, you're going to have to clear some stacked bunkers to find your way home to the green. So with all that in mind, let's step up there, pull the big driver, take dead aim, and let's get this round underway at Red Hawk.
Well, that's cozied up.
A little higher and a little bit more juice. A little higher, a little more juice. Really? That was good for 4.
Here we go. Alright, let's see if I can bury this for an eagle.
Good putt, man. Thank you. Good putt. Alright. Easy birdie.
Yep. Gotta love it when it's an easy birdie. That's beautiful.
right, ladies and gents, on we go to the 11th hole at Red Hawk Golf and Resort's Wonderful Lakes course in Sparks, Nevada. Situated on land that used to be pretty much set aside for duck hunting. There's still plenty of waterfowl around. As you'll see, there's lakes, there's wetlands, there's marshes, and that's what kind of distinguishes this hole, the 11th hole, definitely a birdieable par 4 of 363 yards from the blue tees, which is the ones where Alex and I are playing this day. Half the bunkers of the previous hole, only 5 bunkers to negotiate, but right in front of you is a little swath of wetlands, very pretty little spot where if you're lucky, you'll see some waterfowl checking it out, perhaps a hawk, hence the name of the golf course, maybe even a deer kind of sauntering by. They seem to be pretty domesticated around here, even though you're surrounded by homes. They don't care. They will come up and almost say hello. So let's say hello to this hole. Number 11, one of my favorites just for the views and for the fact that I've notched more than a few birdies over the years here. From the tee box, it's straightforward. Just bust it right over the bunker that's immediately in front of you or just to the left of it, which is where you'll find the middle of the fairway. If you hit it too far and put a pull on it, you could end up in a secondary bunker about 250 yards from the tee box, but avoid both of those. Find yourself on the right center of the fairway. You are going to pull a wedge or a short iron and take dead aim right at the kind of squarish green, big bunker to the right, pot bunker to the left, a little bit of bail area, some turf to the right, and also short left. But the play is just to take a wedge, feather it in there, use the breeze behind you if you have to, and set yourself up for a very easy 2-putt par, or even have a good look at another birdie. Just a really fun hole. Again, like the front 9, you're kind of easing into the heart of the course, and there's some great holes coming up. So with that in mind, pull what you feel comfortable with. You could back off to a 3-metal here, or even a 2-iron. That'll work just fine. Main thing is to avoid those bunkers off the tee, fly it in there high on your second shot, line it up, drop the putt, and move on. So let's check it out. Downhill, a little left to right.
Yep.
Wow! A little strong. I think my ball was mudded a little bit.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay, there's the bar. Morning, Meadow. Get in. Yep. Oh. Alright. Well done.
All right. Sweet hole, right? Sweet little golf course. Let's keep going. Let's head for the 12th tee here at the Lakes Course at Red Hawk Golf and Resort in Sparks, Nevada. And just before we tee off here, just a quick thanks for everybody who is a regular here on this channel. Special congrats to the winner of our latest hat giveaway. Thanks to becoming the person to hit that 300 subscription threshold. We really appreciate it. More great stuff to come. So thanks to everybody out there, fellow golfers, fellow hackers who just love getting around and playing some fun courses. All right, number 12. It's kind of a mirror image if you look back on the last 9 on the 4th hole, which is a par 3 all the way over water. So is this one. It's shorter though. From our tees, it's only 129. Pitch and wedge, most likely. Gapper for some folks. Maybe a 9-iron for others. It can go all the way back to 174 yards, which makes it an absolute beast. Because the green, it's kind of a Redan style green. It angles away from us from front right to rear left. And you'll find a lot of people bailing to the right in one of the 2 big bunkers that guard the right side. Just kind of a natural thing. You don't want to go into the dunk one in the water, especially with a short club in your hand. So step up there like we did with a good short club, see how it goes. Make sure you pull enough stick. Usually there's a wind at your back, but sometimes it's crossing straight from left to right, which makes it doubly tricky because it'll push a ball into those bunkers, or maybe even short right, which is okay. You'll have a chip and a putt up, but it's a straightforward hole. Think positive thoughts. Tell that water hello and goodbye as you kick the ball right over it, and set yourself up for another pretty easy par. So let's go. Right in there.
Oh, no! It's right at it. Maybe right. Get it. Yep. Nice shot. Beautiful.
All right, ladies and gents, you have negotiated the first of two wonderful par threes on the back nine at the Lakes Course Red Hawk Golf and Resort. So let's kind of make the turn, as it were, a mini turn. We're heading back the other direction, crossing the road, heading back the other direction to the 13th tee. This hole is probably one of the most talked about holes on this golf course since day one, called Bulrush Bay. Sorry about that, called Gooseneck Green. And you'll see why. It is a short par 4 of only 265 yards from the tees we're playing it. It maxes out at only 345. So a big stick, even into the wind, could think about going for it. But maybe not, because there is almost no room to stray. You've got to either thread the needle over the thinnest part of the fairway with a perfect cut and avoid 4 bunkers in the foreground, a couple more bunkers near the green to find your way onto the surface in one. Hey, not that we haven't tried it several times. We've even made it a couple of times. But really, it's a layup hole. You take a 7-iron, 6-iron, all the way up to a 4-iron, aim at the center of the 4 bunkers on your left. Put a little bit of a cut on it if you can. If you yank it, most likely you're in those bunkers. You hit it hard enough, you could be over them and be looking at a full-on 56-degree wedge to the green with water behind it, which is no fun whatsoever. So either way, you've got to be accurate. Even if you're laying up, you got to be accurate, because at the widest point, the fairway's only maybe 40 yards wide, and that's very short. The further you go up, the narrower it gets. There is a little bit of a gap, about 80 yards or so out, 75 yards. So that's really the sweet spot. Knock one there, and if the pin is up, you'll have a really cool little pitch shot up to the plateau green. If it is back left, a little more of a challenge, but also you can swing more freely most likely, because you don't have to think about that water being so close as you do if you're up short. So it's just a really fun strategic hole to play. If you're playing a match, you're down a pop or two, not a bad place to press. Put something in your opponent's head and see if he or she can get by and negotiate that lake on the right and the reeds and keep it dry. All right. All that said, without further ado, let's head for number 13 tee and let it fly.
Nice. Oh, just get in the hole. Woo. Wow. Yeah. Hit it further right than that. Yeah. Come on down now. Come on. Keep coming. Go. A little too late. See, I think you hit right here. Did I? On the drive? And then just peeled out from there?
Yeah.
Shit.
We'll just let them through. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We're in no rush.
Oh!
Nice fun.
Okay, ladies and gents, well, how did you fare on that hole? Keep it dry? Get it close? Pitch it up there, make the putt for a bird? I hope so, because the next hole is kind of a continuation of that same thought. It is longer, it is still along the lake and reeds, but it is kind of a big brother to the previous hole. 298 yards from the white tees, 367 from the blue tees that we're playing. And it's really a fun hole called Heron's Nest. Just really cool. You'll see that you've got to have the same thought in your head when you're on the tee box with that water on the right. But this time you can most likely take a driver, bust it down there, keep it a little bit left, kind of toward the mounds on your left. There are two narrow guardian bunkers on the right-hand side that you could keep you from going into the water or the wetlands, which is cool. But really you want to cheat to the left because that sets you up for a really fun approach into a green that's shallow, stretches away from the right to the left to the right. One bunker, big bunker left, one tiny bunker short, another bunker behind. So it is protected. Could help. Those bunkers could help you keep you dry on a errant second shot. But this is the time to pull the big stick, take dead aim, and see if you can get as close as you can. Leave you just a little pitch shot up, a long putt, something like that. I have a feeling that Alex might have a big blowout driver in his bag for this one. We're about to find out right now. So here we go on the 14th hole at Red Hawks Lakes Course.
Beautiful. Shit. Hard to do any better than that. Nice shot.
Dead straight.
Yep, right at that bunkie. Away.
Yeah, buddy.
Holy shit.
That is fucking epic. That isn't close.
Right at the green. Yep. Drove the green, baby. Sick. Putting for eagle. All right.
Be a little bit left to right.
Yeah, it's good. Not much, because it's uphill. You have to give it enough juice to cut it through most of the green.
Go in. Go in.
Oh
my God!
Yeah, you're right. A little left to right. Yep. Just a hair. Yep. There's a tweeter for sure. I'd give it like
Okay.
basically right here.
Okay.
Maybe a little out, but you're gonna put through most of it for the speed. Come on, go in, go in. Great.
Sides.
Yeah. It's sweet.
This dude just drove the green.
2-putt birdie. That's my boy.
Will three.
Oh, you gotta love that.
All right, folks, on we go to the 15th hole at the Lakes Course Red Hot Golfing Resort. One quick correction or apology. I think on the last hole I said we played from the 367-yard tees. No, 322 yards. This hole, called Pa Ra Point number 15, this one plays 367 yards from the blue tees. We're playing the blue-white combos. I have a whole string of blue tees here on the card. This is a really fun hole because it almost always plays downwind. And at that length, downwind, straight away, it is, again, lick your chops. Save some room on the scorecard for perhaps another birdie or an easy par. Wide open fairway, dead away. You've got a little thin ribbon of water to hit over off the tee, but that is no issue. 2 fairway bunkers on the left and not another bunker on this hole until you're way down by the green where there are three more of them. Green itself is wide open from the front, plateau style, and if you can muster your best tee shot with whatever club that is, 3-wood, driver, you will be in perfect shape to just loft one in there with another short iron. Give yourself a ho-hum 2-putt par, or if you get on the proper tier of the green, really, really decent shot at birdie. Just the start of a really cool finish to this golf course. Just so much to think about here, so much to enjoy. You got a great view of the Sierra behind you, the Pa Ra range in the immediate front of you. So soak it in. Take a deep breath, relax, take a really nice pass at the ball, and count on another par at the worst. All right, let's step up to this tee and let it go. Pretty flat.
Yeah. Overall.
I think it might break slightly right to left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put it left.
Okay.
Okay. Hold it a little bit. Yeah, I might get like right here.
Turn in. Oh!
Wow.
Good putt.
Wow.
Sweet.
Good putt. You, too far.
Playing. All right, folks, on we go to the 16th hole here at the Lakes Course at Red Hawk. Just another great hole. I love so many holes out here. It's so much fun to play this course because it's challenging, but it's not overwhelming. And if you're really playing halfway decent, you can notch a good score. Single digits can break 80 out here, no problem. But again, you've got to hope for kind of a calm day. We had a bit of a windy day, which makes holes like this a bit more of a challenge because the wind's in your face. It's a par 5, maxes out at 529 yards. We played it at 492 yards, so not overly long. Reachable in 2 if you really pound one off the tee, which of course Alex is always trying to do and usually pulls it off. So really the play is to look at those bunkers on the left-hand side, aim to the right of those, or just over the right edge of them. Hit a bit of a cut, or if you hit a draw, you're still okay. Plenty of fairway out there. Your ball will be sitting up above the hole just a hair. There's water way over to the right, but it should not come into play. Perhaps on your second shot if you spray one, but lay it up here with a good drive. You'll be looking at probably a fairway metal second shot or a mid-iron to short iron layup to about the 100-yard range, 100 to 80-yard range, at which point you'll have a flop shot into a green that is long, wide, large, and pretty well protected by bunkers. There are 4 bunkers short of the green, kind of about 75 yards short. So those you got to avoid at all costs because that's going to most likely add a stroke to your scorecard if you get in one of those, because you end up with one of those short, tricky wedge shots to the green. So really the play is to bust a second shot. If it's a calm day, you could roll it right up there onto the surface. Have a great look at a 2-putt birdie. But even if you're on in 3 on regulation, you could still have a decent shot at birdie, especially if your ball is below the hole. If you're putting from the back to the front, really challenging because it's going to be downhill and very quick. So, straightforward, standard golf hole, still enough to think about to keep you involved, and it's a good setup for the last 2 holes, which are delightful to say the least. So, put all that in your brain box. Let's step up there with Alex and me, and let's go and see how we can do on this excellent par 5.
Easy money.
Easy money.
Yeah, good line.
A little bit less.
You got to hit pretty good, but
Yeah.
maybe hit it on the green a little faster if you aim a little further right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carry more speed.
Yeah.
There you go. I
like it. I like it. Settle. Good fight. Yep. Straight up the hill here.
Yep. Fair look at a tweeter. Get it!
Oh! But I pushed it a little bit, but it doesn't take that much. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Good par. Good par.
Okay, folks, we have reached the home stretch of the Lakes course here at Red Hawk, Sparks, Nevada. Thanks again for joining us for this round and every round here on Midgard Golf. We have such a good time out here. We don't take the game too seriously, but we take you guys seriously. We really appreciate you coming along for the ride. All right, here is where you really want to take a deep breath, refocus, because you're stepping up to what is easily the hardest. That's kind of a play on words, right? Easily the hardest par 3 on this golf course. It is called Hawks Challenge for a reason. All water again. You got to clear all water to find the green from the tee box. We are playing the white tees on this day, 155 yards, which doesn't seem too brutal, but trust me, you get that tingle in the back of your neck, and you kind of get a little bit of numb in the fingertips, and you start looking at that water, and you just got to take a deep breath and take plenty of club, because you got to have enough to clear it, especially if the pin is back, which it usually is. From the gold tees, it's 241, absolute brute. Only plus golfers should play back there, because it's almost always into the wind here. So take a look at that green from the tee box. You'll see some waterfowl playing in the lake in front of you. Try to ignore them. Maybe take a look at that bunker on the left of the green. That's not a bad place to bail. I have found myself in there many times, and further left of that. Further left is a whole bunch of grass and some other kind of scrub area, and you can get up and down from there, but it's no picnic. Couple of bunkers to the right of the green as well. If the pin is tucked back at right, that's really a challenge to find your way to a decent putt for birdie. So really the play here is to play for par. Get on that surface, 2-putt, walk away, sigh of relief, and head on to the final hole. You might want to break out your camera here too, because it's a beauty. All right, so here we go. See how we do here, and thanks again for joining us. We'll see you on the 18th tee.
Oh, great chip.
Get up. Get up.
Wow, nice.
There it is. Get all the way back there. Attaboy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. Excellent.
Yeah. All right, that's a good look for an up and down there.
Yep. Absolutely.
Come on. Too overconfident.
Right on you,
Huh?
right?
I pushed it. It's like that. Yes! For the barn!
Nice. Knee knocker.
Yep.
Woo! We made it. That is a beast of a par 3, let me tell you. So how'd you do? You know how we did now. So let's get on to the 18th hole. Really a fun finisher out here at the Lakes course. And again, thank you so much for joining us here at Midgard Golf. This day and every day you find time to tune up the channel and follow us along and wherever we're playing. In this case, one of my favorites from back in the day, from its earliest days, and from Alex's earliest days as a golfer. So with all that in mind, let's step up to the number 18 tee called Cottonwood. You'll know why when you step up there. You'll see why that's the name of this hole. We are playing at 368 yards. It's a par 4, number 2 handicap hole. Doesn't look like it should be the number 2 handicap, but trust me, it does. It earns it. It's 434 from the tips. Even at 368, it's no bargain because there's plenty of trouble to negotiate. You've got to clear a little bit of water off the tee, and then you've got a set of 4 greens kind of on the right center, and they really come into play, especially that first one, a great aiming bunker. If you can aim the ball right over that with a draw, you're going to be smiling standing over your second shot because most likely you're going to be in the go spot. If you're too far right, no bueno. Either you're in one of those bunkers, bouncing off the cart path into the hood and out of play, or on a mound where it's pucker up time for the second shot. I usually end up bailing too far left, and the big cottonwood tree to the left of the green blocks my direct access to the green. So it's a lot to think about. You've really got to be accurate here. Too far left could go into the wetlands as well. So don't be like me. Keep it straight. Maybe lay up with an iron or a 3 metal off the tee. Give yourself a decent shot at par here because it is a tucked away green, one of the smaller surfaces on the golf course, well protected by bunkers and that big beautiful tree on the left. And there's not a lot of margin for error, especially when you're smelling the burgers coming out of David's Grill just on the clubhouse past the 18th green. You'll probably smell that great chow wafting your way. But hey, let's put that off for another 10 minutes. You can go in and order your food here after you make this second shot, make the putt, 2 putt for par, shake hands, look back on another great round at Red Hawk. So, thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next time.
That'll work. Stay right there.
Get to the left side.
Yeah.
Cool.
It should be okay.
Good.
I pulled it a little bit. So hopefully it's right there in that. Or to the right of that bushy looking short tree there.
Okay.
Left.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully it didn't like dive past that.
Right.
Yep. Oh man, that's
That will be in the middle.
way down there.
Good run. Now sit down. Yeah, he'll sit. Oh, no. Alright, well, I guess we'll put one from yours. Wow, that was speed.
Yeah. So anyway, further left than that. It's pretty fast. It's a little bit harder than that. Waiting on it.
Yeah, they were taking pictures when we were taking the turn. That's right, the green.
Alright, right now, baby. Oh! Good putt.
Thank you.
Good putt. Alright, finished off with a 4.
Yeah. Not too shabby. Best drive I've ever had on this hole, too. That's for sure. Not the best chip,